Assalamu alaikum class 7. We are going to start a new chapter today, chapter number 6, direct and inverse variation. It's on page number 72. First you need to know what is variation. Variation is defined by any change in some quantity due to change in another. Or I can say, if two quantities are related in such a way that a change in one causes a change in the other. Okay, there are two types of variations, direct variation and inverse variation. In direct variation, as one number increases, so does the other. Okay, means when an increase in one quantity leads to a corresponding increase in the other quantity, that is direct variation. Also, when a decrease in one quantity leads to a corresponding decrease in the other quantity, that is direct variation. Okay, inverse variation. In inverse variation, as one number increases, the other decreases. It's mean when an increase in one quantity leads to a corresponding decrease in the other quantity, this is what inverse variation is. Okay. Now exercise 6, question number 1 is fill in the blanks. Part 1 is time and distance have direct variation. We have just started that in direct variation, if one quantity increases, so does the other. So time and distance are direct variation now. Why? Because if we increases the distance, the time that will be needed to cover this distance will also be increased. Okay, that's why I've written direct in the blank. Now part 2 is, if 8 bags cost rupees 400, 16 bags will cost rupees. Look, we need to find the cost of one bag first. Okay, so cost of one bag will be 400 divided by 8, and then we multiply it by 16, and then we can find the cost of 16 bags, which will be 800. You can check it. Also, you will need to do a lot of questions like this later in this exercise. This is also called the unitary method. Okay, now part 3 is, when the number of workers increases, the time needed to complete work is of course decreased. As the number of workers increases, of course the time needed to complete the task will be decreased now. This is inverse proportion, inverse variation. Okay, now part 4 is the continued ratio for 2 is to 3 and 3 is to 4. If we have A is to B equals to 2 is to 3 and B is to C equals to 3 is to 4, we can write it as 2 is to 3 is to 4, means continued ratio for A is to B and B is to C is basically A is to B is to C. Alright. Now part 5 is, distance is the product of speed and time. Yes, you have to remember it. Distance is the product of speed and time. Alright. Now question number 2 is, state whether the following are true or false. The number of items bought and the price paid have direct variation. Of course it is direct variation. As the number of items increases, so does the price. Now part 2 is, the number of people in a house and the amount of food required have inverse variation. No, false. The number of people in a house is directly proportional to the amount of food required. Why? Because as the number of people in a house increases, of course the food required will also be increased now. Okay, so this part 2 is false. This is direct variation instead of inverse. Okay. Now part 3 is, cross multiplication is used in the unitary method. No, cross multiplication is not used in the unitary method, rather it is used in the proportion method, and you will need to solve a lot of questions like this. Okay. Now part 4 is, if a gardener plants 6 saplings in 3 hours, he can plant 10 saplings in 4 hours. No, he can plant 10 saplings in 5 hours basically. So this is false. This statement is also false. Okay. Now part 5 is, a car that travels 300 kilometer in 5 hours has a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. We know the formula of speed. It is distance divided by time. Distance here is 300 kilometer and divide is 5. So if we divide 300 by 5, we have got 60 km per hour. So yes, this statement is true. Now question number 3 is, write direct or inverse variation against the following statements. And the first statement is, the number of pencils bought and their cost. Now what type of variation is it? Direct variation, of course, because if we buy more number of pencils, of course we'll have to pay more. So the number of pencils increased, so does their cost. Okay. Now part 2 is the number of men on a job and the days required to complete it. Of course it is inverse variation. Why? Because if there are more number of men on a job, the lesser the days required to complete the task. Okay, it is inverse variation. Now part 3 is the speed of a car and the time taken to cover a given distance. It is also inverse variation. Why? Because if we increase the speed of a car, the time taken to cover a distance will be decreased. Alright. Now part 4 is the distance covered and the time taken by a car moving at constant speed. The car is moving at a constant speed, means no fluctuations. Okay. So if we increase the distance, if we need to cover more distance, then the time taken by a car which is moving at a constant speed will also be increased now. So it is direct variation. Alright. Question number 4 is the total cost of 10 lottery tickets is rupees 200. Find the cost of 25 tickets. First we need to suppose the value of lottery tickets. Okay, that's why I have written let the cost of lottery tickets be x. Okay, now I have written lottery tickets here, and beside it I have also mentioned the cost, and below the lottery tickets I have written 10 and 25, and below the cost I have written 200 and x, because we need to find the cost of 25 tickets now. Now we need to solve this question by using the arrow method. Okay, our numerator will be that number in which the arrow head is proceeding. Okay, now that's why I have written 10 upon 25 equals to 200 upon x. Okay, now we need to solve this by cross multiplication. Okay, so 25 will be multiplied by 200 and x will be multiplied by 10. Okay, this is what cross multiplication is. Okay, now 10 multiplied by x is equals to 25 multiplied by 200, and we need to find the value of 10 now. So 10 is being multiplied by x in the left hand side. Shift this towards the right hand side. Okay, then zeros are cancelled and we have written 25 into 20. Okay, we have got 25 into 20, which is equal to 500. Therefore the cost of 25 tickets is 500 rupees. Now your homework is do question number 5 yourself.